Central Weekend, Fridays at 10:40. Today's issues, your opinions.
When you really want chips, but there ain't no time. McCain like a chips, gonna change your mind. You just whip it up and then shake it up. You wanna eat 'em up, have a box tonight. When you taste the cracker chips, then all you wanna do is try the cheese and onion and the bacon flavor too. Just whip it up, you then shake it up. You wanna eat 'em up, have a box tonight. Ow.
That's it. Where I was born and raised.
Well, you didn't go hungry then, did you?
Now I'm going to show you where I did my courting.
Who says romance is dead?
This is where I had my first taste of the finer side of life. McEwen's Export.
Has this place changed much?
Aye. These days they're letting anybody in.
McEwen's Export. It's class in a glass.
You might expect Bupa membership to be expensive. You might be surprised. Ring 0800 010 383 now.
Your floor may look clean, but do you think about germs?
No, I use Flash.
Flash fights the dirt you can see and the germs you can't.
There are brands that could wash up after Sunday lunch in every flat in this block. But Fairy, well, it could do next door.
You know, of course, that Santa Claus lives in
Lapland.
In Lapland, yes, exactly. Well, because clever daddies won a contest, we're going to see him in Lapland. And we're going there on Concorde.
This Christmas, there are 1,000 Concorde seats to be won to Lapland. Just fly British Airways Intercontinental, returning by December 13th.
You're winding me up.
Oh, dear, dear.
Do you sometimes feel that business banking has got just a little impersonal?
What's his name? Cuthbertson. Ah, Mr. Cuthbertson, welcome to Global Bank. I'm Dimkins, Regional Director, IC Commercial Accounts, Western Hemisphere. Wife keeping well?
She's poorly, actually. Just broke her leg.
Good, good. Now, about your expansion plans for,
Cuthbertson's and Son.
Precisely. And you sell,
Bulbs.
Bulbs. Good. Then you'll want our electrical revolving loan RS64. I've got the form.
Mostly tulips. Some daffs and gladioli.
Yes.
If only he'd brought his business to the Royal Bank of Scotland.
Morning, Tom. Morning, Jeff. Morning. I've had an idea about those greenhouses.
The Royal Bank of Scotland. There is a difference.
With a money management account from Secure Home, budgeting isn't a problem. Everything's taken care of.
All we do is pay them once a week.
And they take care of all our bills.
So we always know just how much cash we've got for the better things in life.
Not to mention some pretty special privileges.
Phone today about a weekly or monthly money management account with Secure Homes and get on with enjoying your lifestyle
While Secure Homes take care of the bills.
The best man to die. Wexford still doesn't know just who died or where the truth lies.
Why don't you believe me?
I believe you, Mrs. Francois. I think I always did.
What's happened to her? Where did you get these things?
I'm afraid she's dead.
But who is dead? Find out Sunday at 7:45 on Central. The Ruth Rendell Mysteries. You'll never guess this one.
Not only do we have Rumbelows League Cup football and Championship boxing in Central Sports Special later, but also an exclusive darts challenge between Eric Bristow and Jockey Wilson. That's at 10:40 after the news now from ITN.
Says the average poll tax should be £380. Hochy sacks his deputy to save the Irish government. New parts for old. Iraqis try to beat sanctions. Terry Waite's wife wants a united front to help all hostages. And can Halloween lead to Satanism? Good evening. The Environment Secretary, Mr. Chris Patten, told the Commons today that the average community charge or poll tax in England next year shouldn't be more than about £380 a head. The figure for Wales is £228. Mr. Patten announced tough new criteria for charge capping what he called extravagant or inefficient councils. Labour's Mr. Brian Gould said millions would suffer from the local spending cuts which this wicked tax had made inevitable. Business organisations tonight protested about the new business rate, up 10.9% in line with current inflation.
Last year, Mr. Patten set a poll tax figure of £278. The actual average figure came out at £363. So this year, to hold councils close to his suggested new £380 figure, and he'll be disappointed, he says, if any go as high as £400, Mr. Patten's bringing in tough new capping rules.
What I was asked to do this year by Labour local authorities, by some of the local authorities that I charge capped, was to announce well in advance of their budgeting this year what I would regard as a reasonable level of spending. I've done that. The fact of the matter is that any local authority now which is charge capped will in practice have volunteered for it.
The new rules are complicated. Any council which spends more than 12.5% above the government's suggested spending limit, the so-called SSA, is automatically capped, unless its total budget's less than 15 million. That lets off several small, though high-spending Tory councils. But if, for example, a council plans to increase its budget by just 5%, and that pushes it 10% over the SSA, the suggested government limit, that too will now lead to it being capped. Tonight, Labour's local government team said next year's council budget's already added up to 41 billion, 2 billion more than Mr. Patten's targets, and needing a poll tax of at least £435. In the Commons earlier, this was Brian Gould's reaction.
This is still a government and a Secretary of State up to their old tricks, trying to shift the blame onto those who are already suffering as victims, local authorities, local government independence, and those millions of people who must pay the bills and suffer the